Yizzo, EJ Wiley is back on the live again. Man, I am figuring out so much stuff. I wonder what these white folks plan on talking about in the afterlife when they make it to the heaven and see they're actually the lords, all of the gods, yo. So they got this weird shit now that it's a secret group. It's kind of like Majestic 12, but not really. It's like a group of white people, right? And they are like using time travel technology and UFO technology, and they are trying to basically keep this gospel garbage horse shit alive. Like they can't get enough of their Jesus, yo. And it's like so bizarre. Like when they're gonna bow down and worship a black man, yo. Oh, when they die. Oh, that's the perfect time to do it because they can't control the earth. So these mofos, the aliens in them gave them technology, right? And they think that because they can control technology, they think that they are the almighty, and they just like memorize a whole bunch of horseshit scriptures and they call it the truth. When their truth is full of so much criminal activities, and all the gods and the angels are just like sitting back and watching these stupid motherfuckers try to do what they do. Like, they don't make no fucking sense at all. And they got colleges with this shit. They taking out loans, student loans. They selling student loans, fucking up the banking system, fucking up the economy. So now their gospel garbage dumbasses can't pay off their student loans that they like kick out the door with a bullshit sermon degree. So it's a whole lot of weird shit going on, y'all. And it's this like secret group of white people. And when you die, you can see them motherfuckers, yo. They have like immortal, it's like quasi-immortal technology, right? And it's like a soul transfer technology. So they think they are immortal when they have the experience of transferring their soul with a machine. So these dumb fucks that's like trying to pretend that they God's favorite sons, they don't want to be seen on camera. They all in that Area 51 group. And it's like they think that they are the rulers of the world. So these clowns, man, they so full of shit. You could see, like, if them aliens come down and they take you throughout the whole universe with your own soul and spirit, like, you could see that these idiots are in trouble with the work that they're doing by the way they're doing it. So it's really entertaining, man. Bunch of weird ass morons that wish they was like Jesus, but somehow they can't be like Jesus. But technically they are like Jesus because Jesus is a crook and a thief and a liar, and they all full of shit. So that's my next rant. Unreal receives a golden buzzer from Howie Mandel. That's what's up. I got 3 people in here, yo. Y'all want to hear what's going on? And the governments, the secret bases that they got going on? I know some government secrets, yo. Scream right now and I'll send you $1. Yo, I look like a puppet to you? I'm a first responder doing some rescue work. I'm saving lives, yo. I would not entertain no garbage like that. Yeah. So I was talking about the military in Area 51 and the type of shit that they got going on. I don't know if you heard it, but I'm willing to repeat it again. So, what's up, Julio Archer, yo? I was going over Area 51 topics, yo, that there's some weird shit going on. So, Area 51, they have time travel technology and soul transfer technology, right? And there's a YouTuber named Redacted. So just look him up. He's like a white guy. And he just did a video called like CIA MK Ultra something. Like it's within the last week. So if you look and you find that video, I have like information based on what he's talking about. And I know it because I had I guess you could call it an abduction experience. So it's so weird because when I called the FBI with this shit, like none of the motherfuckers showed up, yo. Cause I told them, I'm like, yo, I'm fixing all the banks and it's an active bank robbery that y'all doing with the Bible. So a lot of the FBI, they always do this shit like before they go try to bust somebody so that they don't get shot. So they praying to the criminal angel named Jesus that's stealing life insurance policies from gay folks. So that's what's going on. So the FBI never showed up when I was scared out of my fucking mind because aliens came down to fuck with me, right? So whatever happened, bam. So I ended up like leaving my body and just like going all over the place. And that's how I got all this information. So Redacted, the YouTuber, he was talking about the government, and he was talking about how they have this program where they're using mind control, right? So the mind control, hold on. The mind control it's like bullshit because let's say you already grew up, right? Your parents taught you right from wrong, right? And one of them idiots, they detach their bodies from their soul. I mean, their soul from their bodies, right? And then they walk into your body and they try to force you to vote for Trump, right? So some people, they activated to where they murdered people or like weird shit. You know, they did weird stuff. They committed suicide. They jumped out of windows because they do a soul walk-in. So your soul is like in the background and they are like trying to like maneuver your bodies to make you like kill yourself. So these clowns, one of them, right, did that shit and tried it with me. And like, I know right from wrong. So it's the weirdest sensation you could experience, but your eyes are being used by the person with that technology wherever they at. So you got to look into that new age horse shit, right? So they call themselves light workers and star seeds and all this weird shit. So they talk about the Dracos and the reptilians. So when you start going down that rabbit hole, you're going to find out what I'm talking about. So these clowns literally tried like walking me into like cars so I could get hit by a car, like cross the street when it's not my time to go, because it's like a pedophile ring and they're like fucking little kids. Like they kidnapped them and they don't want to get in trouble or go to jail and all kinds of shit. So you could see the person that's like attempting that on you. Like you could see their thoughts, like whatever they look at with your eyes, that you could find them, yo. So it's a walk-in technology. And if if your soul is more powerful and you know right from wrong, you could like, all you have to do is snitch, like tell people what you're seeing, and then your soul rematerializes and their soul vanishes out of your soul matrix aura or whatever they want to call it, and then it's like you regain your own flesh and blood and they don't have no power over you anymore. So the best thing to do is like snitch if it happens to you, and that's what I've been doing. The fucking, it's like me saying my guardian, like, it's a weird experience because when your soul first pops out, you see the light. Like when you die, they be talking about the light and all that shit, but when your soul pops out, it's like a third eye situation. So you got to look into the third eye spirituality. Yizzo, Adam the Ghost. Yo, we talking about Redacted right now. There was like somebody snitched. Well, they came forward about how some people they was talking about Elon Musk or some other people that they got like mind control technology. And I was telling people, well, I was telling a few people in here already how to like undo it if it happens to y'all. So the shit is illegal on a supernatural criminal situation. So it's like you got to go up to the police station in the afterlife. Yeah, OFC, man, real spill 100. Yeah, I'm gonna let you in on it, yo. So yeah, the YouTuber name is Redacted, and he's into like government conspiracy stuff. So whatever he was talking about, I guess you could say I was a victim of it, but I want to inform people how to like overpower the experience. Oh shit, you know them personally? Or you just watched their YouTube? Cause yeah, he does have I think it's a wife or a girlfriend, or there's a chick that be on there sometimes. Oh, snaps. That's crazy. It's a small world, yo. So, if you ever run into them or get around to them, you could, like, send them some of this information that I guess I'm a so-called victim. But I ain't no victim because I fucked them over so bad. Because, damn, it's... All right, so there's two movies I want you to watch, right? It's called The Knowing with Nicolas Cage, right? And the other one is Matthew McConaughey. He got called, he was working on a farm and he got called to do some space mission. Interstellar, there you go. You need those two movies. And yeah, The Knowing with Nicolas Cage and Interstellar with Matthew McConaughey. So I'm gonna tell you exactly what happened to me. Yep, yeah. So check them Jones out, yo. So it's like these, I got surrounded. Yeah. So it was like these huge orbs, right? They're like these, they're just huge, like the size of a bus or a helicopter, right? And they came down. It was four of them. They surrounded me in the park, and then a little one came and it turned into a human, right? So I'm like, yo, what the hell is this shit? So the abduction part, the first part, it was like when they took the kids, because that's what the beings that I merged with, they look like, right? But when I was working with the time travelers, hold up, I'm crossing the street. So when you go to Apex TV, they got the time travelers. So I was working with the time travelers because Trump fucked up the banking system really bad. So everybody was supposed to be dead. So when you combine the one scene where the guy went into the black hole and it's like he was trying to like knock the books off of the shelf. Like it was this weird realm that he entered into, yo. And that's what my experience was like, but it didn't look colorful with all those like with all those colors. It was more like stringy, like the movie The Knowing. So inside of that black hole, it will look something like that, but it looks more like the aliens that abducted the kids and took them to that new Adam and Eve experience or whatever in the movie The Knowing, because the sun blowed up. So, but in this solar system, it's not going to blow up in our lifetime. So there's like thousands of years left on this planet. So that's not the right fate, F-A-T-E, of our human experience here. So the time travelers, they came from the future. So yeah, that's my abduction experience. And there was like this one white dude, like that motherfucker, he was like trying to control my hands to vote for Trump when I went to vote for Trump. Vote for Biden and Harris. And it's like I had to like overpower it because it was like a mind control thing. I'm like, yo, what the fuck is this? And then it's like I could see his thoughts, and the dude thinks of like little kids, like having sex with little kids. And I'm like, and he's trying to get me to vote for Trump. And I'm like, what the fuck? So in my brain, I'm like, yo, I'm gonna clown this fool. I'm like, my guardian angel is a fucking pedophile. Like, that's gross. So it's like when I speak it, right, onto the earth, right? The dumb fucks that's in Area 51 are the ones that's making the technology and playing with it, right? So when you set up like a police station or you reveal it, it changes the future, and the pedophile from the future trying to like control this time zone, he evaporates and he doesn't exist anymore. So it's a weird thing because Trump, he won 2020 election. And he also won 2022 because he cheated. Both of them. So the time travelers, they bumped his ass out and they put Biden in there for 4 years. But no, everybody, they don't think that, I mean, they're not aware of what happened because they didn't have an out-of-body experience. And the only way you could pick up like any clue of what happened is if you had a dream that felt real. So that means if you're getting a dream of a war like right now or over the past 3 months or something, like bombs coming into the country of America, that means that's the old parallel universe. And the new one is like the stable prices and the Democrats exposing Trump, and like the damages Trump intended isn't happening because it's all fixed. So yeah, it's a lot going on, yo. Oh shit. Oh shit. I gotta beat the traffic. Oh yeah. Adam says that happened to me also when I was on ketamine, bro. Time travelers, calm down, buddy. Yeah, I know, right? People just jealous that they not me, yo. They don't have my story. They would die to fucking work with a time traveler. they'll suck a dick just to work with a time traveler. They were like, please, please, Lord Daddy Jesus, let me suck your ghost dick so I can work with the time travelers. Yo, it's hot as hell today, yo. It's 90-something degrees. I'm about to do my normal thing. I'm gonna post up and chit chat for a minute. Yeah, so back to that dude on Redacted. Like, I don't really fuck with him because he seemed like he was supporting Trump. And it's like they on that attack the gay people agenda bullshit, that Christianity horseshit. So I'm not really, I'm just posting my story, but I'm staying far away from them dumb fucks, yo. So I ain't got no invitations for them, no special greetings, no VIP lists. So he was like giving off them Trump vibes. So he got to get ruled out. So make sure he ain't with that bullshit. So yeah, I got one person in here. Any questions? Any thoughts about the future? Any questions? Any comments? Any name calling, yo? Some people call me ugly. Some people call me Muslim. Come on, where's the hate? I got 2 people in here, yo. Come on. What's up, peoples? I was talking about pastors earlier. There was this one pastor. His YouTube channel is Heavenly Voice. And he wasn't making any sense when he was trying to teach me how to become a cult member of his church. So he couldn't sell me a ticket to heaven. He was talking crap about the gay folks, obviously. And then he was talking about abortions. And he was trying to program his people to say that the Democrats are murderers, yo. And it's wrong and you should feel bad. You're killing a fetus. And these dumb fucks in their civil war murdered 1-year-olds, 2-year-olds, 3-year-olds, 4-year-olds because they're dumb as shit when it comes to economics. They don't know what the fuck they're doing. And it registers up in the heavens. So the heaven knows all the parallel dimensions and universes and possibilities. And it shows up as truth that these dumbasses murdered people. And Jesus didn't even show up. They murdered 8 billion people on the planet with their Bible. And they're white. And they're like emotional. And spiritual and angry and hateful. And they don't know what the hell they're doing or talking about. So I wanna like hurry up and die, right? That way I could go catch a seat, it's like an arena, and watch these weird ass white people pastors like in a courtroom, in a heaven realm courtroom, yo, for all the weirdness that they did on this earth. I want to hurry up and get a seat up in heaven, yo. So that's what I be wishing sometimes, cause it's gonna be entertaining, cause they're gonna be they're gonna be making excuses. They're gonna be like bitching and crying, like, no, 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 please, no, 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 we didn't mean it, we're sorry. But all this time they talking that tough guy horse shit with the Bible. And then they're gonna get tormented by the demons. Then they're gonna get tormented by their own demons. And then they're probably gonna get kicked out of the human experience because they literally told all the gods that they don't want the worldly things and they don't want to experience it. So that's what they're doing with their gospels and their sermons. And then the puppets in their church, they'll be like, So all the puppets are saying, like, we don't want it. So what that does is it opens up more room for new souls to experience the earth experience because the earth got fixed. So these pastors, yo, they always saying, oh, they talk to God and blah, blah, blah. That massive forehead makes you look adorable. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Where the jokes at, yo? Where the haters at? Yeah. Hold on, let me show it to you in the light. Bam. Bam. I think that's like middle-aged forehead, yo. Because I'm like 40 years old. And I think I gotta like go back a little bit more over the next 20 years, you know? So yeah. But yeah. Damn, no hairline. Yep. I lost that joint like years ago. I don't even get a shape up anymore. You see that? Boop, boop, boop. See that shit? Clean beat. I don't know what that is. Drugs, oh. What part of India am I? They say, when I took the DNA test, it said South Asian. And then it's like, I'm like 2 parts of Africa. Like Kenya is one of them, but I forgot the other one. And then I'm like 1% United Kingdom white and Amazonian. So some white man raped my ancestors years ago. So that's how I got that 1% white. Yo, this is a Hulk Hogan dude. I just saw your picture, yo. Hulk Hogan was gonna go to jail, man, but he died. He's a doofus. I had some criminal complaints to write up against his ass, yo. These are felonies too. And a lot of the criminal complaints over the next 10 years, they'll just keep popping up because he obstructed FEMA, and them little kids, they're gonna be in so much misery. So he endangered the little kids because we gotta evacuate coastlines. So every parent that files a complaint, that's a complaint against Hulk Hogan, but he's dead now. So, damn, he would have racked up some biblical criminal charges, man. He wanted to get religious before he died. Damn, he found his Jesus, man. And Jesus obstructed the fucking Democrats for 8 years, and now we shit out of luck because we ain't got much time to respond to the melting ice caps. Damn. That's crazy. Billy O. White. So what's good with y'all? I got 3 left in here. And it's 30 minutes. What's going on out there in YouTube land? Like, where's the conspiracy theories? Y'all want to know what's fucked up in America? Black people. Black people are some of the weirdest people in this country, yo. Because they be like so quick to sue a white man for discrimination, right? And these black people, they are so disrespectful, you know? So, ever since I started this channel, right? People be like, yo, you're Indian, yo, you're Somalian, yo, this and that. So, when you're working with black people and they can't stand the heat, right? When they get discriminated against. So when they feel comfortable to basically refer to me as a terrorist, right? And then I file a fucking lawsuit for discrimination. You know what's crazy? My face automatically turns black. Like black, like the black people from America. Ain't that some like gaslighting, weird ass, white man, white skin, Donald Trump, legal system horseshit? Where somebody like me is a victim of both white and black in America. And they could discriminate the fuck out of the system against me. And then magically, I just turn black. Ain't that some shit, yo? That's a beautiful thing. America, the home of the free, the land of the brave, and all that horse shit. They look so fucking stupid with their superhero movies. How they always try to play hero with the hero music. But these idiots throughout the whole government with their college degrees, they are all like confessing criminals, right? Participating in an active bank robbery, withholding money from the rest of the world. The world reserve currency belongs to all the gods in the universe. So America is holding it, right? So it's a hostage situation. So these idiots want to call another country an enemy and invade them and then play hero music when they win the war. That is like the most backwards, confusing horse shit you could ever wake up to, you know? It's an amazing weirdness. Drogues. Alrighty, peoples. I am... Oh, speaking, I got one more thing left for this video. I had mentioned it earlier. I was working with time travelers, right? You know how disgusting that feels, right? That these weird-ass white people in the military, right? They got time travel technology right now. So in the future, somehow it's working. So these discriminating pieces of shit are begging me, the Indian terrorists, for help because I'm smarter than all these dumb fucks in America with college degrees. Ain't that some shit? That is the craziest, weirdest. It's like what is that? A Mexican standoff? Because it's like on one hand, it's like, I should let y'all motherfuckers suffer. And then on the other hand, I gotta like save people. And then on the other hand, I love my job as an EMT, yo. And the patients need me. So I was basically thinking about the patients and the hospital system the whole time. Like, you know, them people that the government would just let sleep out on the streets and go homeless. You know, those kind of special needs people, the schizophrenics. And then they turn into bums. And then when you get a job like a mayor, it's like, ew, don't touch me, you know? But when the camera's there, you gotta be like, hey, you know, let's help this guy. But in your personal life, you're like, ew, I ain't got time for no bum. They stink, blah, blah, blah. All these clowns is full of shit. They deserve the misery that they had already. But they got rescued out of it. Shit is crazy, man. The blacks and the whites in America always telling the immigrants, go back to your country. God damn. Go back to your country. That's some trifling shit, ain't it? It's only about 2 more years, everybody. And all hell is gonna break loose. The coastline's gonna flood. And then morons are gonna be running all over the place. And then because of Trump, your daughters are gonna get raped because he shut down FEMA. You're gonna die of starvation. You're gonna die of sickness and illness because the goods from China isn't gonna come. Because China's gonna go through their chaotic situation. India, they're gonna go through their chaotic situation. Europe. So yeah. Somebody used to say something like, sleep tight, buttercup, or something. I don't know. Something like that. Lord Daddy Jesus. It's still a no call, no show. And pastors want you to obey their gay agenda, which is to block the gay rights and steal their money. While knowing that a flood is coming because they talk to Lord Daddy Jesus. So that means that would be considered a homicide by pastor and gospel garbage sermons because they obstructed FEMA. So they want a mass extinction while they want Jesus to come and get them magically so they don't experience death. And it's called the rapture. So that's the plan. That's the gospel garbage Christian plan, yo. Poof, it all makes sense. The pastors are some kind of like sickos with the Bible, and they obstructed FEMA, talking about because of Obama, those pastors need to block FEMA so the flood could murder everybody, and they have to wait on Jesus so Jesus could take them up to heaven because Obama let guys fuck guys and women fuck women. Wow. So then when we all die, right, we all go up to heaven, right? But these people, they left without dying and they up in heaven. So I'm thinking, is Jesus going to like pull them up into the atmosphere and they suffocate to death and then we all meet them in heaven? Think about it. The pastors. It all makes sense. So tell me that don't make sense, y'all. That's the plan. If you think about it, go to church right now or go to YouTube and find a pastor and listen to the pastor. Listen to what they're saying. And that's like the criminal complaint that we got to write against them. Yeah, it's all starting to make sense. Yo, Young Money's back in the chat. Oh, you're not the other guy. The other guy, I forgot his name. Janoa or something like that. That was a fun chat a couple of days ago. Why are you so hell-bent on religion or Jesus? Why are you so deeply in Jesus's bosom? I'll give you a reason. I'll give you a fair answer to your question. And that's because I'm a first responder. I worked on an ambulance. And all the things that the Christians was attempting to bestow upon the whole world was a bunch of horse shit. And then they're saying Lord Daddy Jesus wants them to do it. So as a first responder, that clown, right, if I had to show up to work, had me wiping patients' asses with my bare hands because gloves won't come into the country because Trump wants to fuck over China, and a lot of gloves come from China. So, would you like me to wipe your ass tonight with my bare hands so you can sleep tight? And then I could go wipe your mom's ass with my bare hands after I wiped your ass. Thank you. Young Money says, I gave him or her a logical answer. The only other person that I could relate to on this planet, he might be dead, but he's a time traveler. He's on Apex TV, and his name was Alexander Smith. I believe that was the name. He had on like a fake mask. Yeah, I don't know. Cause I think he's from another country, but he was part of the time travel experiment. So he went to the future. Uh so yeah, he went to the future in the 80s or the 90s and he saw everything. So then when I got my abduction experience, I saw everything. And his head is fucked up and my head is fucked up. And it's like trauma, it's PTSD because you went to the future and you saw what the hell is happening. So that's like the only person I could relate to ever. You love money, you love evil. That person says waste of airspace. That's so weird because all of y'all that's hang on. Waste of airspace. All of y'all, like that's your favorite thing. It's like a dream because y'all would want to be a pen pal with a time traveler because the most common like request from a time traveler is what's the lottery numbers? So y'all selfish doofus troopers could win a fucking lotto and y'all could just leave y'all haters behind and make them feel jealous. Now, how does that benefit the time traveler? That's a good question to ask. Because the work that I did, I helped them out a lot. Like they owe me their souls. Dave Gillis asked me when I was abducted. It was July or August of 2016 before Donald Trump became the president for his first term. And that was like the weirdest experience ever. Yo, so y'all ever see those beams of light like on a spaceship? So it's like a spaceship, it beams the light down, right? But that shit is so cool when you experience it. So it, if you go to the mall, right? They have those like wind tunnels where you could pretend you're skydiving, right? And what it does is it's like this weird energy and it's like bouncy and rocky and it's literally like pulling your body up and you feel like it's like a energy that's going like straight through the top of your head and it's just like pulling you up. I was like, yo, what the fuck? I want to do this shit again. So that shit is pretty dope. So the way they use the time tech or whatever, it makes it look fast. But like your mind processes the experience just as if you're driving a car. So it's some weird shit that they be doing. I don't know who invented the technology, what alien race or what, but I experienced that shit. It was dope. Young Money said he's just a man. I don't see that he represents anything. Who you talking about? Who you talking about, Young Money? You said he's just a man. Yeah. All right, y'all. I've been on here like 50 minutes. I'm about to go in the crib. And I guess I'm going to check y'all out on the next live. The reason why I be like talking the way I do about the pastors is because I'm fucking over their sermons, yo. Because when all the people start making their YouTube videos that's on the Democratic team, them pastors, they're going to be looking like some psychotic weirdos. And they got like long hours and many years of saying the same shit over and over. And I just fucked over their sermons. And they just look crazy and stupid. So, yeah, I guess you could call it a hobby. That's my hobby, yo. That's my divine hobby. And I was sent here to do that. I was sent here to make the white-faced, white-skinned pastors look like they're fucking stupid. Just like they look when you watch them from heaven. Oh, shit. So, everybody, you guys be safe out there. And I am gonna call it a night. And I'll catch y'all in the next one.